And here we are with stop number 7 of the Sunoco K&N Pro West Series, as we are here at Kansas Speedway. As it's time for the KMart 150. It's 15 laps here. This is our last event for the K&N Pro Series before the K&N Pro Shootout. We know our top 16 that'll be part of the Pro Shootout, while the remainders will go in the Pro Last Shot race. Let's find out who will be representing the West in the K&N Pro Shootout. Let's take a look at our top 16 in the points, just like we did with our East racers, as these are the drivers thus far that will have a shot at getting into the K&N Pro Shootout. The points leader is Charles Jackson. Second spot is our most recent winner at Fontana, that being Jacob Rodriguez. Luca Moore, winner at Thunderhill, is third. Ryan Sheely is in fourth, and Adam Fiegel rounds out the top 5. Then 6 through 10 will consist of Jackie Qualls, Joel Qualls, Steve Goff, the winner at Texas World, Matt Richards, and Jeffrey Stamper. Then 11 through 16 will consist of Theo Stiegel, Chris Skinner, our season opener winner at Phoenix, Jeff EHLERS, Matt Wells, Joey Dawson, and Cole Bradley rounds out the top 16 in the hot seat. It's still anybody's going to see who's going to get the top 16 bids into the Pro Shootout with the Eastern racers. So now with that said, let's take a look at our starting grid for this, the KMart 150. On the pole, qualifying at 183.674 miles per hour, is the number 41 Kellogg's Cornflake Chevy of Derek Walker. And on the outside will be the number 72 Detroit Gasket Olds, that is JAYLAH Stamper. Second row, going away spot number 3, is the number 98 Buick of Chris Skinner, our winner in Phoenix, right now 12th in the points. And alongside Chris will be the 12 Meineke Ford, that's Jeff EHLERS, he is 13th in the points. Third row, going away spot number 5, will be the number 28 Texaco Haviland Buick of Ayumi Takashi. And on the outside, the number 25 Golden Gallon Olds of Joel Qualls, right now 7th in the points. Fourth row, go to a spot number 7, will be the number 40 Dirt Devil Kendall Pontiac of Adam Fiegel. Right now, top 5, 5th in the points, and your current points leader, Charles Jackson, the number 8 TIC Financial Systems Olds. And in fifth row, go to a spot number 9, will be the number 1 Skull Classic Olds of Casey Perry, winner this year at Las Vegas. And on the outside, the 71 Lifebuoy Soaps Chevy, that is Jeffrey Stamper, right now rounding at the top 10. Sixth row will be the 48 of our last winner, Jacob Rodriguez and Hunter Carlson. Seventh row will be Matt Richards and Cole Bradley. Eighth row will be Russ Spatson and Amanda Alderman-Scott. Ninth row will be Ryan Sheely and Matt Wells. Row 10 will be Luca Moore and Jackie Qualls. Then Abby ALDERMAN-GINTER and Jake Johnson. Matthew Rodriguez and Hiroshi Takashi. Joey Dawson, Jack Rasmussen, Steve Goff, Theo Stiegel, and Josh Johnson, Domingo Mikaguate. That's your starting grid.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command. 15 laps of racing right here at Kansas Speedway. Still anybody's shot to get into the K&N Pro Shootout. The points are just rather tight. Top 16 go to the K&N Pro Shootout. The remaining 14 are in the last shot race, where the top 5 of that race will join the 32 that are already entered. So there'll be 37 cars in the main race, the K&N Pro Shootout, a classic bragging rights race. Derek Walker is one of those drivers that's not in the K&N Pro Shootout thus far, but Chris Skinner is, Jeff EHLERS is, Joel Qualls is, Charles Jackson is currently your points leader. It's more of the same. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention JAYLAH Stamper is also not in. Jeffrey's in. JAYLAH would like to get in. Right now, if you're Cole Bradley, you're in the catbird, you're in the hot seat. If you're Charles Jackson, you're in the catbird seat. You're currently the points leader. You only have to worry about just a couple drivers. Green flag about to fly. 15 laps of racing here at Kansas, as it will be Derek Walker, the Castro GTX Cup Series standout, also has dabbled in other series, including the Mountain Dew Racing Series, or the PRWC. The fourth series that Dylan Poteet runs is now Chris Skinner going to look for win number 2, going to the inside of Walker. Ayumi Takashi right there following suit. One of the two Takashis, Ayumi. You're looking at Jeff EHLERS, and now here comes Adam Fiegel. 3 wide battling going on here. Jacob Rodriguez, our most recent winner at Fontana, along with Jeff EHLERS and Casey Perry, as Ayumi Takashi leads. Uh-oh, 4 wide. Matt Richards tried to dive into it. Russ Batts in there too. Meanwhile, up front, it is Ayumi Takashi leading thus far. JAYLAH Stamper starting to drop back as Jeff EHLERS and Ryan Shiley in the middle. A little bit of bumping and grinding going on there, as Abby ALDERMAN-GINTER starts to move up with the help of Matthew Rodriguez. Michelle Qualls and our points leader Charles Jackson starting to make a move. There's Joey Dawson, one of those that right now has an unsafe spot in the points, as right now he is 15th in the points and he's getting passed by the 47 to Steve Goff. And they go into the wall. Steve Goff goes into the wall and Joey Dawson's collected with him. I do believe we'll be under yellow. Yep, we will be under yellow here. Race back to the line. It looks to be, will be going away Ayumi Takashi. So Joey Dawson and Steve Goff, 2 that are right now in the top 16. Goff right now is 8th in the points. And Joey Dawson is in an unsafe territory, has now found himself stacked deck. So it'll be Ayumi Takashi and Abby ALDERMAN-GINTER and Matthew Rodriguez, your top 3. So now, let's take a look. And oh, look at, and yep, Steve Goff is done. His car is smoking badly, so he is going to be done for this race. He may still be safe in the K&N Pro Shootout. He was 8th going into this race, so we'll hope that's going to be enough. Let's take a look at that in replay. So let's take a look at it here. You can see after they cross the stripe, you see Hiroshi Takashi and Domingo Minkaguate also trying to take the inside lane. Dawson on the high side, Goff in the middle, and Goff goes right into, actually made a little touch with Dawson and then made a little touch with Takashi. Then she gets the shove right into the wall, head on, in door number 1. And it looked like they were safe haven, and then Dawson obviously slid around. I don't know if that obviously triggered the yellow yet. Yeah, it already did. Let's see if any, yellows were triggered. Let's see what happens. Let's see if there was any yellow lights by the time. Yeah, had they not have spun, had Dawson not gone around, we may have still been green. Interested to point that out. Let's go on board now with Steve Goff on roof cam. Tough break for Steve Goff, as Joey Dawson can drive away unscathed. So with that said, we are under yellow. We are just about halfway into the race, as Ayumi Takashi right now not in the top 16. She's leading. Abby ALDERMAN-GINTER not in the top 16. She's second. Matthew Rodriguez not in the top 16. He's third. Luca Moore, winner at Thunderhill, is our first one that's in the top 16, and she is fourth. And then it's Joel Qualls, also in the top 16. He's fifth. Adam Fiegel, top 16. He's sixth. Charles Jackson, your points leader, seventh. Casey Perry, not in the top 16, 8. Russ Batson, not in the top 16, 9th. Jacob Rodriguez, second to the points, rounds out the top 10. Then it is Matt Richards, he's in the top 10. Derek Walker, your pole sitter, is 12th, not in. 13th is the 45 of Josh Johnson, not in the top 16. Then it is the 98 of Chris Skinner, he is in the top 16. Then it is JAYLAH Stamper, not in the top 16. She started outside. Domindu Mikakwate, not in. Ryan Shealy, not in the, actually 4th in the points. He's in the top 16. Hiroshi Takahashi, not in. Jeff EHLERS, in. Jeffrey Stamper, in. Amanda Alderman Scott, not in. Hunter Carlson, not in. Jack Rasmussen, not in. Theo Stiegel, in. Jake Johnson, not in. Matt Wells, in. Cole Bradley, right now in the hot seat, number 16. And he may be actually getting himself around Joey Dawson with this. Then it is Jackie Qualls, 28th, and Joey Dawson, 29th. Steve Goff is our only DNF. And so we'll be back to green flag racing. It'll be lap number 9 of 15. We will have roughly 7 laps to go. Seven laps to go for Ayumi Takahashi. The Texaco Haviland Buick Busch Series car that Davey Allison drove in 1991. And the pedigree Chevy right behind. Good jumps for both Scott and Takahashi, and Scott's going to take advantage of it. Abby Alderman-GINTER, excuse me, that's not Abby's. Abby Alderman-GINTER will take the number 2 spot, but now Matthew Rodriguez is going to take it. Matthew won last season in the Sunoco Busch Series when he won the Napa Know-How 250 at Pikes Peak. His only win in the series, his brother finally netted up a win in our last Sunoco K&N Pro West Series race at Fontana. Now Joel Qualls, the only Qualls family member not to win, he's trying to get into it. 3 wide a pair, as it almost looked like Ayumi Takahashi was going to get in trouble as Russ Batson goes to the inside, as well Adam Fiegel going to try to battle it out with Joel Qualls. This time by 5 laps to go as Adam Fiegel gets pushed to the lead courtesy of Russ Batson. Casey Perry trying to become the first repeat Sunoco K&N Pro West Series winner this season. 4 wide behind, and Rodriguez goes in the wall with Ayumi Takahashi. Jacob Rodriguez in the wall, and I do believe this will be the race back to line will determine the winner, as right now Casey Perry has just that. Russ Batson goes up high, may mean that Casey Perry will be the first repeat winner this season, and he will do just that. He'll take out Russ Batson and win the KMart 150. As Matthew Rodriguez and Ayumi Takahashi wreck out, Jacob Rodriguez and Ayumi Takahashi spin in the wall, and that will obviously end the race. Let's see what happened between them. You can see, I think, Luca Moore on the inside of Rodriguez. Jacob Rodriguez, our winner at Fontana. Charles Jackson, who is our points leader, very attributive to that. He was probably grinning like the cat that got the canary once he saw Luca Moore put his number 2 challenger, Jacob Rodriguez, into the wall along with Ayumi Takahashi. I don't think Rodriguez had anything to do with that. Jeff EHLERS gets by. Everybody really gets by. Oh, and Hunter Carlson looked like he got shoved to the inside by Theo Stiegel. Gets back into the way. Had enough room, fortunately. But a tough break for Ayumi Takahashi and Jacob Rodriguez. Not a very good showing for them. So obviously that will seal the deal for this one here at Kansas. Your winner, getting his 2nd win for the season, is the number 1 Skull Classic Olds of Casey Perry. Second spot will go to Russ Batson, who had a shot at denying it and making another win. Not going to be the case. Subset for second. Derek Walker, the pole sitter, will be third. Matthew Rodriguez, who is looking strong, is going to be fourth. Joel Qualls is going to be fifth. Charles Jackson is going to be sixth. And Adam Fiegel will be seventh. Luca Moore 8th. Ryan Shilly 9th. And Abby Alderman-Ginter will round up the top 10. Then Hiroshi Takashi, Matt Richards, Chris Skinner, Domingo Mikaguate, Jeffrey Stamper, Josh Johnson, JAYLAH Stamper, Jeff Ehlers, Amanda Alderman Scott, and Theo Stiegel. Then Hunter Carlson, Jack Rasmussen, Matt Wells, Cole Bradley, Jackie Qualls, Jake Johnson, Joey Dawson, Ayumi Takashi, and Jacob Rodriguez. The only one that will DNF will be Steve Goff. Here, kind of an anticlimactic way to end this race, as far as I'm concerned. Obviously the yellow is out. With 2 laps to go, so it's basically over. This race is done. Yep, this race is over. Let's get right to the checkers, as Casey Perry will get win number 2 and actually help his cause. As he's not in the top 16, he probably can get that help that he needed. Russ Batson, you can say the case for him too. Derek Walker, Matthew Rodriguez, top 4, all not in the top 16. Wait for it to be official, and it's official. Your winner here at Kansas, Casey Perry. I know a lot of drivers were hoping that there was not going to be any yellows. Casey will take it. So with that said, let's take a look at our top 16 in the points before the K&N Pro Shootout. Charles Jackson will keep his points lead. Luca Moore will actually move up to second. Adam Fiegel will move up to third. Ryan Shilly will stay in fourth. Jacob Rodriguez will drop from second to fifth with that very poor finish. Joel Qualls will get himself around Jackie. Matt Richards will go up to 8th. Chris Skinner will move up to 9th. Jeffrey Stamper will round out the top 10. Theo Stiegel will stay 11th. Steve Goff will drop to 12th. Jeff Ehlers will stay in 13th. Matt Wells will stay 14th. Joey Dawson will stay 15th. And Casey Perry, with that win, will get himself in the top 16. And he will run in the K&N Pro Shootout. Everybody else, Hiroshi Takashi, Cole Bradley, Matthew Rodriguez, Jake Johnson, Domingo Mikaguate, Josh Johnson, Russ Batson, Jack Rasmussen, Ayumi Takashi, Derek Walker, Hunter Carlson, Abby Alderman-Ginter, JAYLAH Stamper, and Amanda Alderman Scott will all have to go through the last shot race if they want to get in. And that's going to be next for the Sunoco K&N Pro Series. For West and the East, it's going to be in Iowa. The K&N Pro Shootout and the Pro Last Shot Race. Don't miss it.